So basically, who qualifies to be able to work from home is going to be anyone. It's going to be students, stay-at-home parents, retirees, military, even our military and veterans, they also get discounts on actual certification classes. You do have to be at least 18 years or older, as well as to be able to pass a background check. And having some type of call center experience is helpful, but it's not necessary. If you have customer service skills, that's fine too. So some of the benefits of working from home is going to be the freedom and flexibility, because you get a chance to choose your own hours. So you're not locked into, working a 9 to 5. You can, drop the kids off for school, and then you can work a couple hours. You can cook dinner, come back and work some more if you want to. Some of the clients, they're also open 24 hours, 24/7, so you can work in the wee hours if that's how you like to work. You also get a chance to save money in your daily commute, because you're just going right to the living room or wherever your office. So actually use your computer. You get a chance to spend more time with your family and friends, because you're not having to go and take work off to go to your kids' games and stuff like that. So it's very convenient of choosing your own hours. To me, is the number one thing about working from home. You save money on childcare expenses. I have 2 children. I have one that's 10, we're about to be 11, and I have one that's 10 months. And when I first started this, I had the oldest one, and I used to have to pay for after school daycare, but now I don't have to pay for that anymore. I go pick them up at 10 o'clock, at 2 o'clock when they get out of school, and the youngest one, she stays with me, so she doesn't go to daycare either. And then just saving money, because you're not actually going through and spending any more money on lunch, because you're at home, so you eat lunch at home. And then saving money on work clothes, because we typically would just work in our pajamas. I typically do not get dressed every day. I'm dressed now, but I don't get dressed on a regular basis. And being in total control of the amount of money that you make, because being that you're actually going through and you're choosing your own hours, you're in total control. So if there's at one time you want to work, you do have to work at least 15 hours a week. But if you want to work 15 hours one week, and let's say you have a bill due and you're like, I need some more money, then go pick up some more hours, and you can work 40, 50 hours. Some clients even allow you to work 90 hours if you can handle it in 1 week. So you're in total control about the money that you make. Typically our CSPs are making anywhere from $300 to $1,200 a week, bi-weekly, working part-time hours, a lot of them. And again, you're choosing the hours that you want to work, thus you're actually choosing the amount of your paycheck. Another thing too is that you're choosing the client that you want to work for. So as I mentioned before, that we actually service a lot of different types of clients. We do have access to over 30 different clients. They all don't offer training classes at one time, but you have access to several different clients. So if you're good at maybe sales, then maybe you may be interested in doing a cruise line company, or if you're not so much into sales, you may want to do like roadside assistance. So you're in total control of who you actually choose to work for. The pay depends on the client that you choose as well, because again, you're choosing your own client and the pay does differ. So the pay range typically is anywhere from $8 to $14 an hour. But again, you're choosing the pay as well because you chose the client. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So it's anywhere from $8 to $14 an hour. It's no commission based, so everything is going to be hourly based. So you're not, having to sell something just to get paid. You're getting paid when you're getting on the phone. The minimum hour requirement, we did go over that. It's going to be 15 hours per week, and then you do get paid on the 1st and 15th. So we pay out via direct deposit on the 1st and on the 15th. So what is needed to get started? You would need to have a computer or a laptop. Computer, laptop, or a desktop. On our website, let me see if I'll bring it up here in a little bit. But on our website, there is a Workstation Requirement document. And that Workstation Requirement document does give you the specifications on what type of computer that you would actually need to be able to service, because you do have to have a certain amount of gigahertz and stuff like that, and a certain amount of speed. You also do need to have a landline phone service, and then with your landline phone service, you'll have something like this. This is just a call center phone. You can get the cell phone. This is an AGP Tech, and this is actually personally mine. And you can get it off of Amazon. It's only like $25. And it works great. I've had mine for almost 4 years, and it works just fine. You do have to have your own internet modem because you're not able to be on Wi-Fi. So you do have to be able to have, if you're using a laptop, you do have to have a hardwired connection between your modem and your laptop. And then we have the certification costs for the client that you do have. Now, just keep in mind that everything that you do need on this list, let's say if you don't already have these things, or some of these things I'm pretty sure that you may not have as of yet, is that everything is tax deductible because you're an independent contractor. So if you have to go out and get a laptop, you could write that off on your taxes. If you are, let's say you already have a landline phone, from henceforth, once you actually start working, you can start writing that bill off because that's something that you actually need to actually use to work from home. So you can write all of that off. Your internet bill as well as your phone bill, you can actually start to write off that whole bill. So there's a client certification cost as an independent contractor, and it's not our charge, it's actually our client's charge. So let's say again, example, if you're gonna use you wanna do the theme park company, they actually do charge all those certification costs for each one of their certification classes. So again, we do service Fortune 500 companies, and typically the cost is anywhere from $69 to $99, which again is tax deductible. Right now, actually though, because when we start getting closer to where we are now, we're getting into the holidays, they actually have lowered a lot of those. So you can take classes for $29 to kind of like $59 now. So they're actually a little bit lower. We also too do offer training reimbursement, which is a great thing about it as well. So let's say you could go through, you take a client certification class for a cruise line company, and once you actually enroll into a class within your first 30 days, and you pass a certification class and you service for 60 days, you do get training reimbursement up to $50. So that's good because it takes off some of that cost that you have to actually put into working from home. But again, you're also saving a lot of money on the back end for things that you don't have to actually spend in your daily commute, your lunches and stuff like that. So you are saving money as well. The certification training is held in a virtual classroom, so you don't have to go anywhere for the certification training. You will be in the certification training with a live instructor, as well as there'll be other students in the classroom with you. And you'll get access to the client's real system. So you're logging into their systems that's going to be downloaded onto your computer. So if you're working for a cruise line company, you're not going to that cruise line company's website to try to get information. No, you actually have the full back office to that particular company. So you're giving out different rates that the customers can't see themselves because you have access to the real system to be able to take the calls. You're going to get the proper training and tools that's needed to service the actual clients. They're going to teach you everything. They're going to teach you all their policies. They're going to teach you basics in terms of handling customers, everything like that. So you're going to know exactly when you get out of that certification training that you're going to know what you actually need to do. The call routing system is another thing too that you're going to get while you're in certification training, to have those calls actually go through and have them forwarded to your landline phone for the ability to work. What happens is when those calls start coming through your landline phone, it's kind of what we call off the hook. And so once you pick up this phone and you're dialed into the system, you never hang it up. It's just, you put it on your head and it continues to run, the calls continue to roll in. So it's not like, okay, let me press this button to answer the phone. You're not answering the phone. The calls will continue to come in and you'll hear a beep every time the call is about to come in. So it'll say beep and then that's when you start talking. So it's going to continue the calls will continue to roll into your line until your shift is over and you get ready to log out. And again, you're choosing the shifts and you're putting in your own breaks. And then once you actually complete certification training, then you instantly start earning money because you're going through and picking up your hours. Now a little bit more information about the certification training. Most of the client certification classes, they're going to be about 4 weeks depending on the client. 4 weeks typically is about 4 hours a day. You get a chance to actually choose the class time. Typically they're They're 9 to 1 or 6 to 10, but sometimes there are some that may be in between, like you may have a 4 to 8 or a 10 to 2 or something like that. But most of the time, they're going to be about 4 weeks, and they are going to be 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday. You do get a chance to actually choose the certification time as well too for your actual training class. As well as too, once you actually choose the certification class, typically it's always sometimes something you can kind of get around sometimes, but once you actually choose that certification class, that's the class that you're going to take for the full duration. So if you chose 9 to 1, for the full 30 days, you'll be in 9 to 1. So you just want to make sure that whatever class time that you actually chose, that's the actual time that's going to work for you for the duration of your full training class. And training is 100% attendance, which is not bad. You will be surprised. There are some people that cannot always make it, but it's not bad because you're doing it from home. And let's say if something does come up and you may have to do it at your mom's house or your grandma's house, you can do that and log into training. As long as you have a hardwired connection to your modem, you can do this from anywhere. And that's the other good thing too, because you can take this to other states as well. So if you were to move, you can take this to other states with just exception of about 5 or 6 states. So again, the number one benefit of working from home is going to be the flexibility and the freedom, because you get a chance to actually schedule your work around your life and not the other way around. Now I'm going to show you guys as well. Let me go ahead and actually, because then I can show you guys on the website. So on our website, if you go to the Apply Today tab, a lot of this information that I went over as well is right there. That work from home information tutorial. I know you were taking notes. That work from home information tutorial is that same PowerPoint, but also too, it does have voiceover, so it's a full presentation that you can actually view there. Just in case if you did miss anything, as well as the workstation requirements. Well, first off, before we go there, it has on this Apply Today page, it has all the steps and information that we went through. So it has the how to join by submitting an application. It gives you all the information about how to go through, you choose the clients and the earning the money. It goes through that information. You guys missed everything.
We were
It goes through all of that information. And then when we're talking about what is needed for servicing, that is where it has that workstation requirement document right here. In case if you're ever concerned about whether or not your system is actually going to meet the requirements, it does have it right there. So if you are interested, you are able to go through. You can click on any of the Apply Today buttons there. And you can actually go through and submit an application. I actually do review the applications within 48 hours, so it doesn't take me that long. You can, and then you'll receive a response via email to let you know. I can answer you guys this question too, since y'all was in class.
I received the email from you to
Oh yeah, okay.
One part wouldn't let me continue to the next step. I actually had to look in my email and let you know exactly what part I got stuck at. So I didn't have a chance to complete it, and I know you need to buy it today.
No, that's fine. I always just say that because people sometimes take a long time. But you're fine.
Yeah, okay.
So do you guys, anybody have any questions?